Hello, welcome to our presentation today of the gut microbiome. I will be your host. My name is Amy Pendleton Kay. I'm a registered dietitian and the owner of Edge Nutrition and Dietetics. Thank you so much for joining me into our journey into the great unknown. The gut microbiome has been in the news a lot here lately, but most people don't really understand how important it truly is to our overall health. So today I'm going to share some information with you, and I hope you'll have a greater appreciation of the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome sounds a little bit like an undiscovered species on Star Trek, but in reality, this microbiome is within our own bodies. Wow, can you believe that? We actually have living creatures within our own body. And yes, they are supposed to be there. Yes, these are helpful organisms that belong there. And no, you do not want to get rid of them. In fact, our bodies are truly fascinating. We have processes that work together in a perfect symphony. And our digestive system is full of this kind of harmony. We have tiny living organisms there that are helpful in our digestion, as you might imagine. But as you will see throughout the presentation, they're actually helpful in other aspects of our health as well. So, what are these organisms living within our body? Well, they are mostly bacteria that live in our gastrointestinal tract. Now, I know the thought of bacteria may conjure up some frightening thoughts of sickness, but these bacteria are actually good. Our gut or our digestive system provides a moist, warm place for these bacteria to thrive, and in return, they help us as well. This is known as symbiosis. Now, you may not have heard the term symbiosis in quite a few years, but if you think back to high school biology class, it might sound familiar. So the thing about our gut microbiome is that after birth, infants actually gain these bacteria from their mother. And that begins the process of a healthy digestive system. Within our gut live approximately 100 trillion bacterial cells. Yes, I said 100 trillion. That's a lot of bacteria, so thankfully they are small. But interestingly enough, the genetic makeup of your gut, of your digestive system, is actually similar to those in your household and other family members. So it's likely that both genetics and our environment play a role in creating the diversity within our gut microbiome. Your biome is unique to you, but it does share some characteristics with those in your household and those in your family. So, are you sure these bacteria are actually good for me? Yes, these bacteria are essential not only for digestion, but they also play an important role in our immune system. Let me give you just a practical illustration of the positive role of our gut flora. So, have you ever taken an antibiotic for some kind of infection or sickness and you ended up with maybe an upset stomach or even worse, diarrhea? Ugh. Yeah, I know. We've probably all been there at times. You can thank the antibiotic for ridding you of your sickness, but unfortunately, it also eliminated many of the good bacteria in your gut. So, this causes our digestive system to actually become out of balance. Our good bacteria in the digestive system actually help prevent the bad bacteria in our digestive system. Yep, there's some bad guys there too. But the good bacteria prevents the bad guys from taking over. So it's important that we have a good concentration of the good bacteria in our digestive system. We are constantly learning more and more about our immune system and just how complex it is. The bacteria in our immune system actually help to develop and regulate a healthy immune system. There is even evidence that these microbiomes are related to early and critical development of the lymphatic system and the digestive system. So that's pretty cool. I want more bacteria. Okay, so that's not a statement that you hear very often. But in the case of good intestinal bacteria, having a healthy and diverse gut microbiome is essential to our health. We are constantly learning more about the role of the gut microbiome in relation to chronic disease, such as heart disease, diabetes, as well as metabolic and endocrine diseases. So, this is definitely an interesting area where science is taking us a bit into the unknown. But that's, of course, what science does. We begin to explore, and little by little, we peel away the layers and that gives us so much of what we know today about health and medicine. So we continue to discover more about genetics and nutrition and immunity. The more we research, the more questions we ask, the more answers we get. Now, we've talked a little bit about the unpleasant effects of not having adequate gut microbiomes. So, you certainly want to nurture those delicate colonies within your digestive system. But it is a delicate balance. While the science is still emerging, we can begin to make a few dietary recommendations. The promotion of a healthy gut is essential in both digestion and immunity. And most likely, the impact of the microbiome has other implications as well. It is beneficial to eat foods that promote a healthy digestive system, and I'm going to share with you some recommendations. So, most people have probably heard of probiotics. You think of probiotics in your yogurt. Probiotics are actually themselves living good bacteria. Eating probiotics may help promote a diverse digestive flora, so that's a good thing. You probably know that many yogurts contain probiotics, but if you're not sure, look for the words Lactobacillus acidophilus on the container. Phew, that's a mouthful. The label may also indicate that the product contains live and active cultures. Now, so you've heard of probiotics, but have you heard of prebiotics? Maybe not. So, prebiotics are also very important in developing a healthy microbiome. Prebiotics stimulate the growth of healthy digestive bacteria. So think of it as food and nutrients for your microbiome inhabitants. Foods may act as prebiotics, are generally those that are high in fiber. And bonus, of course, fiber is going to be good for you anyway. So, foods like onions, garlic, asparagus, and artichoke contain the prebiotic inulin. And also, inulin has been added to many breads and cereals. So, some of the things that you can do are to eat prebiotics and probiotics. Really, a good, healthy, balanced diet, focusing a lot on plant based foods, can help nourish your gut microbiome. So, of course, I have a few gut feelings after all of this. What I really want you to know is that a healthy lifestyle may help to promote gut health. And I think quite certainly a healthy lifestyle does promote gut health. So, in addition to proper nutrition, which we talked about quite a bit, you want to make sure that you also are taking care of yourself. You want to get enough sleep. You want to make sure that you are controlling stress and anxiety. In addition, Exercise also appears to have a positive effect on on the gut microbiome by increasing the number and diversity of the gut bacteria. So, proper nutrition, getting enough sleep, controlling your stress, and exercise or physical activity are all great ways to help nourish and take care of your gut microbiome. And of course, those are all things that we know are independently involved in our immune system and our overall health. So, how do you feel now that you know there are living organisms inside your gut, inside of your digestive system that are working to keep you healthy? Hmm. Kind of makes me think that there might be something more to the saying, I have a gut feeling. Remember to nurture the internal flora, and they in turn will leave us with a happy and healthy gut. Thank you for joining me today. If you have more questions, please visit me at my website. That is edgedietetics.com. Again, my name is Amy, and I'm a registered dietitian and the owner of Edge Nutrition and Dietetics in Greenville, South Carolina.